We're here today with Mike, who's getting close to the end of his 8-pack of sessions with me. Do you remember how you first heard about me?
We heard about you through the co-op in Pasadena, and Francis gets the newsletter, and I think like a few days before that, I had asked maybe I should go see an eye doctor because I can't see things up close and I get some floaters going on in my eyes.
What happened so that you contacted me?
Yeah, so my wife just wanted to see if there was like a better way of practicing or strengthening the eyesight without going to an eye doctor and they're going to prescribe glasses or whatever. And I didn't want that. I just wanted some kind of exercise or a way of improving the eyesight without, corrective lenses or kind of surgery or something like that. So
what was your vision like before we started this series of classes?
So my far vision is really good. It's my close-up vision that I have a problem with, like a foot to a foot and a half. And it's gotten much better. But when we first started doing the cards and the sheets that you gave us, it would take me sometimes 5 minutes for my vision to even like start seeing anything in focus, where I could even kind of read it. But now, as long as I keep practicing, it's like within 20 to 30 seconds when it's close up like this, which is much better than it was. I just need to keep practicing.
Earlier today, your wife said that before you guys started working with me, both of you were into the habit of trying really hard to clear stuff up.
Yep. I actually used to sit at the TV and I would pick up the remote control and I would like strain to like make the shapes out when I was up close. And my eye, it seemed like it was getting worse and worse. And that's about the time I asked her about going to see an eye doctor or what she had thought about it.
So how would you distinguish between what you were doing then and what you do now when you look at text?
Yeah, I was straining, like forcing my eyes to like see something. But now I relax them and things start to come into focus. I go to that like happy place and my and my vision it's amazing, and my vision just starts to focus when things are up close.
And so this idea of happy place, sometimes it sounds too woo-woo, but explain to the people who are watching here what your happy place is and how that helps.
So my happy place is, and during the fall, I get to go out hunting in the mountains, and I just go up by myself and I sit in the woods, looking over the mountains and, watching the birds and all that kind of stuff. And that's like kind of I can just not worry about work. I can not worry about everything else. I'm just in that place at that time. And it just makes my blood pressure go down.
Yeah. So you calm down. That's the relaxation that we're talking about with using Bates techniques.
Exactly.
And the thing that you've learned here is that not even just actually being there, but just remembering being there by looking, when you would look out the window, you'd remember the feeling of being there, picturing that scene.
Yep.
That would get you to relax.
Yep.
And when you would relax, what would happen with your vision?
Oh, it just things start to come into focus, and a lot faster than it used to.
Yeah. So you've gotten better at it over the months that we've worked here together. Would you say that your vision's gotten better over this time?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I've learned to, just not practice with the sheets or whatever. I practice in everyday life, from, looking at things up close to looking off far to letting my eyes relax. So I'm not straining all the time.
Right.
And taking that pressure, you can, when you're looking at the small cards up close and then you look away, you can just feel that pressure come out of from behind your eyes, kind of.
When you practice the Bates techniques that I've shown you.
Exactly. Yep. And then when I look back at the cards, my vision, it just comes into focus a lot faster.
So let's talk a little bit about that. What your eyes felt like before you started doing this stuff.
Oh, pressure, like they're gonna come out of my head.
The eye strain.
Eye
What's
strain,
there?
yeah.
And that's diminished over the time that we've worked together?
Oh yeah, yep. Well, I think it's a thing of practice as well as understanding what's going on, and understanding that I do need just to relax instead of strain them to see
Trying to
something.
clear up what you're seeing.
Right, right. So as long as I can relax and get the little bit of movement, when I'm moving my head while I'm reading, yeah, the pressure, you don't feel the pressure, behind your eyes.
You weren't wearing reading glasses or anything before when we started.
Nope.
If you hadn't run across me, do you think you would have ended up with reading glasses?
Possibly, I would have would have waited as long as possible
Yeah.
until I was like way out here to read a card,
Right. Which is probably, yeah, that's the experience of a lot of people that I work with. That they'll tell me that they don't use reading glasses all the time, or that they've only been using them for a couple of years, but by the time that a person gets to you actually using the reading glasses, they've already been straining for a long time, because people want to hold off. They don't want to go to the reading glasses. But luckily you started with me before you actually went to reading glasses, although
Yeah,
you're already experiencing the strain.
yeah, yeah. And it's probably happened within the past 2 years, I guess, that I've really noticed it.
Are you happy with what you've learned through this process?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Are you
Yeah.
able to apply it when you're working? So a lot of people are working on their computers from home now, but that's kind of, you were doing that before COVID came up too.
Yep, yep. I've been working at home for, I don't know, 6, 7 years now. But I look away a lot more, and just so because we're looking at the same plane on the monitor at all times. So I think we get so used to that. So I'm looking out my window here. I got the mountains to my left here, so it always puts me in my happy place.
Yeah.
Just looking at details on the wall that are, 12 feet away or something, it just relaxes. And then I come back to my monitor, and you're practicing movement of your head as well as just relaxing your eyes when you need to, and then looking at stuff for distance.
Is there anything that you would like people to know about what you've learned that I haven't asked you about? Or
Yeah, the interesting thing about the way when you were telling us about how the muscles actually form the shape of the eyes to give, for distance and close up, that stuff kind of interests me, how that stuff works. And you can kind of feel those muscles straining at certain points when you do things. Yeah, that's super interesting to me. And the palming is really nice. It's just a relaxing thing that, I think everyone needs to do.
the thing about people spending so much time through their day looking at that same distance, the plane that you said, and of changing that up,
Yeah.
moving your attention off of the screen to something else, looking out the window.
Or palming and just, stop looking at stuff for a little bit. It helps a lot. Just relaxes them.
Oh, I forgot to ask you how old you are.
46.
46. So you're in that age where doctors will tell their patients that, when they get into their 40s and 50s, if their vision starts dropping off, that's normal.
Right.
It's typical for people, but it doesn't have to happen if
Right.
people do what you did. And now you're aware that it doesn't really matter what, as you get older, that your vision can get better and better and better if you just practice this stuff.
Exactly. I would recommend it to anyone that's wearing glasses or isn't, or is going through kind of what I'm going through.
Because it feels better.
Feels better, and then you don't have to worry about glasses and all that kind of stuff. And I do a lot of outdoor stuff, and I don't want to have fogged up lenses or have to worry about stuff. So I'd much rather rely on my eyes and work on my eyes than rely on something else.
I think that's it then.
Okay.